A recent surge in violence against women are taking place in major cities across Kenya today. The demonstrations led by feminist campaigners follow the murders of 10 women this year. Amnesty International says more than 500 femicide cases were recorded in Kenya between 2016 and 2023, with many victims killed by their partners or people known to them. Well, our Africa correspondent Mercy Juma is in Nairobi and has been tracking the protests in the capital.
I'm just right outside Parliament buildings now, and just a few meters behind me is the President's office, and this is the next stop that the protesters have been. They're just moving up towards the main area into the CBD, going further into Nairobi City, and they have been at this for the last about 1.5 hours. There are hundreds, if not thousands of women. There are men that are supporting the women, and their call is just that they want men to stop killing women. We have had an increase in number of intimate partner violence. We've had a very sharp increase. You know, we're talking about 10 women being killed since the beginning of the year by their partners, by their husbands. But in the last just about 2 weeks, Catherine, we've had 5 women being killed here in Nairobi and in other parts of Kenya. And you know, we're talking about being killed in the most gruesome ways. The women are being dismembered, and unfortunately, even some of their body parts cannot be found. Another key issue that the protesters want addressed going forward is the issue of victim blaming, because you know, women are being killed and you go on social media and what people are talking about is, or asking is, what was this woman wearing? Who was this woman with? Why did she agree to go out on a date with a man who she doesn't know? And so there's a lot of victim blaming, and that is what the protesters today want addressed. We've seen just Lakad saying,
Very briefly, Mercy, before we let you go, has there been any response from the government about what they might do to combat this challenge for Kenya?
No, unfortunately, no, and we are expecting to see some leaders now really coming up strongly to address this. Some women leaders and a few of their male counterparts have mentioned it in passing in the last couple of weeks, but we have not really seen a strong, statements really talking about this, and that's why probably the people are outside Parliament and outside the President's office to garner some traction for their cause.
Mercy Juma in Nairobi there. Now it's time for a look at today's sport with